In the 1960s, UFO phenomena were at the height of public interest and fascination. The phenomenon had been gaining attention and recognition in the decades prior. But it was in the 1960s that it truly entered the mainstream consciousness. The media extensively covered UFO sightings and incidents, and the public was captivated by the idea of extraterrestrial life and advanced technology. The socio-political climate of the 1960s also played a role in shaping public perception of UFO phenomena. The Cold War was in full swing, and many people were paranoid about the potential for foreign aggression. As a result, some people interpreted UFO sightings as evidence of foreign powers developing advanced technology. Others believed that the sightings were a sign of impending war or disaster. The culture of the 1960s also added to these feelings. The counterculture movement was in full swing, and many people were open to the idea of exploring new and unconventional ideas. This, combined with the popularity of science fiction and the fascination with space exploration, contributed to the widespread interest in UFO phenomena. The early 1960s saw numerous high-profile UFO sightings and incidents around the world, but few captured the imagination of the public, like the story of Betty and Barney Hill. In September of 1961, Betty and Barney Hill were driving home from a vacation in Canada when they noticed a strange object in the sky. As they watched, the object seemed to move closer and closer to their car, until they could see that it was a spacecraft of some kind. Panicked, they began to drive faster, but the spacecraft matched their speed and continued to follow them. Eventually, the Hills pulled off the road and got out of their car to get a better look at the craft. As they watched, a group of humanoid figures emerged from the spacecraft and began to approach them. The Hills were terrified and tried to run, but they found themselves paralyzed and unable to move. The humanoid figures then took the Hills aboard their spacecraft and subjected them to a series of medical tests and examinations. After what seemed like hours, the Hills were released back onto the road, their memories of the encounter hazy and incomplete. It wasn't until they underwent hypnosis that the full story of their encounter was revealed. The hypnosis sessions uncovered a wealth of detail about the aliens and their spacecraft, as well as the medical procedures that the Hills had been subjected to.